Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. If you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So, my collective friends, I did feel called here to just get into a message. I pulled a couple of cards that came from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. We'll get into that and then let's get further into this message. I'm not quite sure exactly what the intention of this is yet, but I felt it was important to get a reading out. Just feels like somebody is asking for an answer to something. And well, as this goes, somebody is constantly asking for an answer to something, right? So let's get into it and see where this goes, you guys. I don't typically just get going into it, but here we are. Let's do it. So the cards that came out here to start, we have the reddening, and then also Quicksilver came through here in the Wild Unknown Alchemy, like I said. So what I'm getting from both of these cards coming through here with the the sneaky snake, this has come through a lot here. The snake imagery recently. I do feel like being in the age of the snake here, the year of the snake in Chinese zodiology, we are in a year of transformation. I do also feel like this is the shadow, okay, and not as much like what is unseen, but what is existing in perhaps maybe the shadow realms, okay? Something a little bit more like shamanistic when we're talking about exploring the shadow rather than what might just be hidden there, okay? So Quicksilver also coming through here. I'm getting this energy of something that is a little bit hard to pin down or to identify, possibly even. Quicksilver, Mercury is attached to Quicksilver, so we're talking about talking, communication. We are, I mean, Mercury is going retrograde here soon too. I certainly am feeling it. Maybe you guys are too. The lungs is a part of this. Blood is a part of the reddening here. So back to Quicksilver, having a hard time pinning something down, something being slippery even. For someone in particular, and I'm not quite sure, what the point of that message is that's coming through, but something about like a clotting issue, a blood clotting issue, something that is difficult to come together. This could be literally, maybe you're literally having issues with your blood. Blood could symbolize family. Vitality is something that I get as well. So, our energy. Maybe we're having a hard time solidifying enough energy to do something, or pinning down our own energy. Maybe we're feeling like we're getting lost in the hullabaloo, right? One thing that stood out here in the book with Quicksilver was you cannot transmit what you haven't got. When we're talking about alchemy, Quicksilver reminds us of the process of alchemy. We can't transmit what we don't have. I do also feel like there is a message regarding a secret, like the power of a secret. I'm not sure if we'll explore exactly what the secret is here, but something about a secret being powerful. So let's explore a little bit further here. Where do we want to go, Spirit? You want another alchemy? Okay. All right. Another alchemy card here, please, to further along this message for the collective. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So 3 did come out here. Pluto, to start, the planet of transformation and death. Death, rebirth, right? Jupiter, the planet of expansion and movement. And then we also got the lightning that came through here too. So very interesting, with the reddening and the lightning coming through here now. That snake imagery especially, it's like, well, and I've had this come through a lot in my galactic royalty readings here, and this wasn't intended to be a galactic royalty. If you guys are interested in taking a look at any of those, there is a separate playlist. Um, but that egg in particular, this imagery came through when we went into the Eye of God. So something coming forward here is coming time to be born. We're talking about this egg, the potential that the egg was holding. Yeah, it feels like something's working its way forward, you guys, especially with Pluto and Jupiter here. Something is coming to an end or has come to an end. And then Jupiter, it's time to expand again. We have Jupiter is in Cancer right now, just entered Cancer a minute ago. So home life, family, friends, expansion in that area. This could have something to do, you guys. I do feel like someone might be dealing with a little bit of a secret between friends. Okay, let's get into this a little bit further. Where do we want to go, Spirit? On a Phoenix card, okay. We'll do Phoenix, and then we'll get into tarot here, the animals as well, and then tarot. What else here, please, for this message for the collective? What else do they need to know? Air, Path of Wisdom. Okay. I am actually going to read this here in the book just because this is a new deck for me and I'm still learning. So each of these jokers here deal with each element: earth, wind, air, fire, and water. Excuse me. Wind and air, right? Can you tell I'm an air sign? Almost said a light sign. Can you tell I'm a light sign? Interesting. I definitely, my brain has been feeling a little interesting recently. Maybe yours has too. So, air. The Pegasus of the East is bringing you the light of divine wisdom and initiation. Be open to receiving it, and miracles will happen. Interesting. So, this card signifies that you will receive a powerful ritual. Divine wisdom and initiation energies will also flow to you with increased strength over the next 5 days. Look out for appropriate signs. The spirit world is watching you. It does sort of feel that way. The spirit world is watching. What's in this egg? Okay, we'll get there. Okay, cool. All right, that's interesting. Is this a galactic royalty reading? No. Okay. No, that's fine. All right. Let's get a little bit further into this here. So for my friends, can we get some general energy as well? And then we'll move forward into what's blocked. General energy surrounding this message, please, Spirit. It does feel like something's transforming. The owl. Hummingbird here at the bottom, too. So some positivity. Maybe we've been struggling with a bit of positivity. I know, well, I know I have, right? Not all the time, but shit's been shitty. Shit's been weird, right? Just trying to reclaim center, right? So owl coming through here is the general energy. It does feel like there is whatever's in this egg here. That's kind of where my inner mind is zoning in on here. There's a gift of some sort, a treasure, the secret. Is this the secret that's been kept, being passed down? Ooh, interesting. Okay. Companion to Lakshmi and Athena here, though. So we're talking about wisdom and some form of a gift. With Jupiter, Jupiter is a planet of blessing as well. Typically brings positive energy to any other kind of transit or situation that we may be experiencing, especially if it's difficult, to help lighten that up a little bit. Okay, what is blocked here, please, Spirit? With what we're talking about here, what's blocked? The cheetah. Tiger here at the bottom, too. This is a lunar force. The cheetah here is the solar force. So being a blocked energy, this is ego. This is action. Could be seen as the divine masculine principle here. So taking action on something. Why is this blocked? By choice? Okay. Okay, we'll explore that a little bit further here too. What do we need at this time, please, Spirit? What does the collective need? Fish. We need fish. Vulture here at the bottom. This would be very Pluto energy, death, rebirth, Scorpio as well. Jupiter, this is also Sagittarius energy. Pluto would be Scorpio. We do have Pluto in Aquarius currently. So, fish here. What we need is to go with the flow, but before doing this, we need to make sure we're part of the right flow. What does that mean? Having a little bit of discernment to see, to portend a bit into the future. Where might I land if I take this path? We may not know exactly what is waiting for us specifically, but having a general idea, this is kind of the area that I want to land in, that sort of thing. Maybe there's some indecision that's happening right now, and this is causing that cheetah energy to be blocked. Interesting. Okay, let's move forward here. Which tarot deck, please? I'm going to crow first. Okay. Crow oracle, and then we'll get into the tarot. What else here, please, for this message? Mischief. 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 What I get from this coming through here, there might be, you guys, there might be a little bit of energetic or spiritual influence that's around currently that might be causing a little bit of mischief. Certainly, Quicksilver energy, being Mercury, being Hermes, very mischievous kind of energy, very mercurial. As the crows are cawing outside, I know you guys can't hear that because I do erase the background sounds, but there's a crow that's cawing outside right now. I kind of feel like there is a request to go with this flow here of mischievousness a little bit. Nothing that's harmful to anybody, okay? What the book talks about here is how crows like to pull the tails of other animals. Just for fun, just for shits and giggles. Nothing that's harming anybody, but maybe some light fun is needed at this time. Okay, which tarot deck do we want to do? Murder of Crows? Okay, all right, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, Spirit, let's get a little bit further into the secret. Yeah, the secret, the egg here. Can we look at first? Let's start at the beginning. Yeah, the gift. What is this gift or secret? Is the gift or secret the same thing? Y'all, okay. Yes, all, okay. Okay, so what is this gift or secret? Can we start there? King of Wands. To lead in some way. This feels very familiar, these cards, because I think that we use the Murder of Crows deck here too. If I can remember which Galactic Royalty reading this was, I will post it here. There have been several, so I'll try to remember. But there was an idea of like a false prophet that came through when this card came through, the King of Wands. I don't so much feel like we're talking about a false prophet right now, since this is the secret or the treasure. There's some form of leadership that's involved here. Getting the pieces to fit together. Can you tell me more about that? Why the King of Wands? What is the picture we're putting together? Three of Wands here too. Eight of Wands here at the bottom as well. Good news. Quick moving energy, forward movement as well. Sagittarius energy. Three of Wands here, we're talking about expansion. So that Jupiter energy is really coming through here, you guys. I feel like we're talking about getting us out of a comfort zone. Okay, anything else here, please? Our ship coming in. What is this that's coming forward? What is coming forward here? Temperance. Alchemy. We're talking about that with Quicksilver here. Oh, interesting. Okay. What I'm hearing is like a blueprint being activated. Interesting. Are we sure this isn't a galactic royalty reading? It sure feels like one. We're sure it's not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What I'm feeling here is like there is a blueprint of our life, the plan that we and others decided to take or make coming here. But what I'm seeing is like a side quest, like a piece of it off to the side that's opening up. Like it was always there, it was always available. But there's something about it opening up, like it didn't have to open up here right now. So what caused this to open? That's what I want to know. What caused this to open here? This expansion. Interesting. Okay. 10 of Swords here, and then the Queen of Cups fell out in reverse. So it seems here, guys, somebody's done some heavy lifting here as far as healing goes. like some major healing. What I get is a very like a Saturnian lesson. Maybe you're Capricorn, maybe you have Saturn complexes in your chart. I know that we've got some Saturn transits happening right now. Saturn being the great teacher, teacher through karma. This is what I'm getting here with the Ten of Swords, an opportunity to heal great pain, to heal some tremendously, a whole heck of a heap, right? The Queen of Cups here is like we've relinquished um, control maybe over what that looks like to heal that, like a free fall. We got tired of trying to figure out how to heal this. Jesus, take the wheel, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay. So we've opened up this additional portion of our map here. Cool. 1616 on the timer. With this being blocked, what's standing out to me here is the cheetah right now, this energy of movement. I'm feeling this like trepidation to enter. Some of you may understand kind of what I'm seeing here, specifically in Final Fantasy X, the way that they leveled up in there. They had like a sphere system. So you would have specific spheres to level up your white magic or black magic or attack energy or whatever. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Like something has opened up where you're able to start gaining new skills that you weren't intended to learn here in this life, but they are still open for you to learn now. But what I'm getting is some trepidation towards taking that path, because what this means is it's changing your path. You have to change paths in order to get here. So there's something wonderful that's available, this gift, this treasure, new skills to learn, new magic, but it wasn't a part of your original trek. So there's some fear even about stepping into that. Can we look more into the cheetah here? Why is this energy blocked with movement, please? Why is movement blocked? Five of Pentacles. The Empress, or excuse me, High Priestess here at the bottom as well. So Five of Pentacles, this card in particular, it's feeling out in the cold, health issues, financial issues. Those could very well be preventing movement here. Maybe a move has opened up, right? A whole new life path, but there's some fear towards like, well, I don't necessarily have all the details of money figured out or where I'm going to go, that sort of thing. Or maybe you are dealing with health issues right now. Vitality, maybe the energy is just not there, the energy to move, of course. This card in particular, though, in this deck is connected to my witch wound reading that I did. I'll try to remember to attach that one to this one here at least so that you guys can check that out. The witch wound, there is fear in using our voice because there has been persecution surrounding that either in this life or in a previous life. I don't want to go too far into the witch wound. Like I said, I'll post that reading here so you guys can check that out. I feel like about with this though, with the Five of Pentacles, we have the ability to move wherever it is that we want to. Remember, you are the queen on the chessboard, right? Maybe you thought that you were the king for a second. You had to take it one step at a time. It feels like something is opening up as far as movement goes when we can see that that's the truth. And what's hard here right now is it feels like we're coming from a space of maybe not a lot of energy. So we wake up in the morning and maybe we feel more energy that day, but we're placing the experience of what we felt previously on top of that, and that might be muddling that energy up. Interesting. It does feel like with the High Priestess here, she is bringing a secret forward. She is bringing something up from the subconscious or from the shadow with all the snake imagery here. Let's get into that. I want to know what the secret is. What is inside of this egg? What's inside of this egg, please? Oh, the Empress. The Empress is inside of this egg. A whole new world. I do feel like this is a new beginning of some sort. Especially since we had the Queen of Cups here in reverse. So the Queen of Cups and the Empress are similar in energy. The Empress does have all of the queens inside of her, but having the Queen of Cups in reverse here, she's very nurturing, very healing, that sort of thing as well. It feels like we're letting go of one way of approaching that. This could have something to do with mother in particular. We've decided to let go of a certain approach, and this is why we're receiving the healing that we're receiving here. Allow that to come in, is what I'm feeling. Allow that to be. It may feel a little bit weird, but trust yourself, okay? Trust that you're receiving the information correctly. The Ace of Wands here at the bottom, this is our vitality that we're looking for. So the treasure here is like a reset. Mitochondrial reset, okay? Sounds good. The powerhouse of the cell, right? Anything else here on the Empress, please? The secret. Goodness gracious. 9 of Cups here on the bottom. Maybe somebody has a secret love child. The Hierophant is what comes through here to clarify the Empress. I do feel like there's a strong message here in like loosening our grip, you guys. Releasing the structure that has been. Rebuilding. Okay, interesting. I mean, something's definitely coming to an end, so something new can come forward here. Anything else on that, please? You want one of these? You got it. Hierophant and the Empress, please. There's a lot of major arcana here. Rest. Listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind. I'm seeing this egg here too. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Back to Quicksilver as well. So a very like naturally slippery substance, right? It feels like we're holding on too tightly to an outcome. This could have something to do with a mother in particular, like I said, or someone that we consider a mother figure, the mother inside of us. The mother archetype clings to what it is that she has created. Something needs to fly the nest here. This could be an actual child, some of you who have children with that 9 of Cups here. But this is a heart's wish, a desire. What's the heart's desire? What are we gripping to? Okay, what happens when we release our grip here? When we let this flow? Because you can't hold water in your hands. You can't hold Mercury. You can't hold Quicksilver in your hands. But this is what I'm seeing is like we're trying to grab it for some reason. The reflection. Trying to grab the reflection. Okay. What is the reflection? I'll ask that. What is in the reflection that we're trying to grab here? The Ace of Cups. What I'm seeing is the 6 of Cups actually in this deck, because there's a crow looking into a mirror and there is an Ace of Cups in the reflection, but not in the foreground. The Ace of Cups is a new opportunity for connection, spiritually, emotionally, could be a new relationship. So there could be a relationship on the horizon. This is a part of the egg in here. Knight of Swords here at the bottom. I feel like somebody's having an issue with the consistency of speed. Okay. Things are kind of coming through in spits and starts. How do I know when to hold on or when to let go? Flow. We're being asked to flow here right now. Okay. Any other advice on that, please? The 3 of Swords here at the bottom. I feel like we're not ignoring pain, but let that be a good guide here with your flow. The more that you may try to hold on to a situation here, if it's causing more pain, that's the wrong force to apply to a situation, okay? The Chariot here is what came out. So positive forward movement, courage, faith. This could be moving for somebody too. Yeah, I feel like somebody may be moving here. Interesting. Okay. Um, I want to know here too. Let's pull this here. Spirit, why this message? Why did you have me give this message here, please? I feel like we're talking about flow. Somebody's holding on too tightly to something. Observation. Okay. Back to like what I'm saying here. We can't grab water in our hands. We're being asked here to step back and observe a bit. Okay. Anything else on that, please? And curiosity. Okay. Totally. So pause what you're doing. Not like fully stop all projects, but it does seem to be that there's a request here to release control over what's going on. This Quicksilver, the moment, whatever's happening, is not within our control, but it is certainly leading us to something delicious. It feels like, especially with the Hierophant and the Empress here, this is a new foundation. It's a new structure. This may make us feel a bit uncomfortable because it's new. Like I said, it's like a separate part of the sphere grid here that we weren't intended to go down. But because the door is opened, we do have that ability to make the decision to change course here. I feel like we're being asked to get curious about that. What happens if we change course? Let's just look at that. What happens if we change course here? I feel like we want to change course here, you guys. Lovers here at the bottom. So it's our choice, is the way I take that. This is a choice. Doing what we want to do versus what we think we should do. Totally what I'm talking about. It's not too late to change course. The door has opened. The star is what came out here, okay? This is what happens when we take the new path. Fortune after difficulty, renewed hope. I do feel, something not being exactly what it seems here. The source code. Interesting. Ooh, God, this feels like a galactic royalty reading, but okay. Getting a glimpse of the source code. Okay. I am going to close this reading off, you guys. I just wanted this to be a quick message here. I feel like the encouragement is to let yourself be flexible. Whatever's opening up here right now has some wonderful merit to it, and the ability to bring dreams forward, dreams from another life even. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull a Medicine Heart Oracle here to close this out, you guys. So last message here for the collective, please. She-Wolf of the Southwest. Light and Dark Wolf. Okay. So your past can be a source of beneficial wisdom gleaned through experience rather than a stifling burden of regret, recrimination, and rumination. Yeah, like a dream from the past, you guys. A past life, this life here, just further in the past. Acknowledge your heroic heart and the strength of will that has seen you through to this moment. Past disappointments need not undermine your confidence in living a more beautiful and healed life. Your experiences of respect, peace, and love are well deserved. Embrace them fully. Awesome. I do feel awesome. I do feel like this is different for everybody as far as what's inside of this egg, but it's something that like has just narrowly escaped your grasp here before in the past or in a past life. I do feel love for some of us, the embrace that we're looking for. A healed mother, healed inner mother. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I hope this message is helpful. Please take care of yourselves out there. I know things are whack-a-do, right? I do have private readings open and available currently. I do have a personal mentorship program too. If you guys want to check either of those out, links are in the description of the video. They're both on my website. You can check that out. I do accept donations through PayPal as well as super thanks on here. Thank you guys to those who do support the channel in that way. Couldn't do it without you, wouldn't do it without you. So until next time, my friends, please take care of yourself. I will see you all very, very soon. Be well.